How will the presidential election impact real estate? Hi, I'm Scott Neal, the broker of Scott Neal Real Estate in Richardson, Texas, and we help people buy and sell homes in and around the Dallas-Fort Worth area. And right about this time, every single major election year, people start telling us the same thing. Well, Scott, we want to buy or sell, but we want to wait until after the election just to see what happens. And I totally understand why people would say that. And I can tell you that in my career, I have now been through, this will be my fourth presidential election that I've been a full-time real estate agent. And so I've seen this a couple of different times. When I got into real estate, it was October of 2007. In July, Lehman Brothers filed bankruptcy. The world was coming to an end and real estate bubble had burst. It was an incredible time. I was young and naive and had no idea really what was going on in the world, and certainly didn't know what I was getting myself into. And we saw a huge decline in real estate from 2007 all the way until the first part of 2012. So I was here when Obama was elected. I was here when Obama was reelected. I've been here all through this first term of the Trump presidency. So right now it's uncertain what's going to happen. Is Joe Biden going to get elected? Is Trump going to get reelected? And there's a lot of people that are concerned about how that's going to impact not only real estate, but the economy, their job, whatever. So I totally understand why people might be a little bit nervous about getting into the real estate market right before the presidential election. And uncertainty certainly makes people kind of step back and wait. So I just want to go ahead and acknowledge any fear that there might be out there from someone who's thinking about getting into the real estate market. But let's just take a look at a couple of questions and a couple of research points that we've noticed that might help you decide whether to go ahead and get into the market now, or maybe you should ultimately wait. So new forecasts right now, because of the pandemic and everything that's been happening over the last 6 to 12 months, we are now forecasting that there's going to be more home sales through 2020 than we even had in 2019. So right now, let's take a look and see, is there a normal drop-off in sales that happen every presidential election year? So BTIG, which is a research and analysis company, they looked at home sales from 1963 through 2019, and they noted that in non-presidential years, October to November, there's usually about a 10% slowdown in the real estate market. And I can tell you from years of experience, we normally see the seasonal rate go down through the end of the year. There's normally an uptick in December, and then January has historically the lowest amount of sales every single month, every single year. So the October to November slide is pretty normal. However, what they noticed in their research was that during an election year, that actually goes to about a 15% dip. So there's the last 3 times I've been through this, and now the 4th time, we always talk to people who say, yes, want to do something, but I'm going to wait until after the election to see what happens. So are those people that failed to get into the market during those election years, are those sales lost forever? No. In fact, BTIG determined, quote, "This caution is temporary and ultimately results in deferred sales as the economy, jobs, interest rates, and consumer confidence all have far more meaningful roles in the home purchase decision than a presidential election result in the months that actually end up following." So usually people just wait and then proceed with their plans afterwards. And I totally understand, again, why people would want to do this, and it's because there's a lot of uncertainty. And when people are uncertain, they tend to kind of stay put and be very, very cautious. And so just as a salesperson who, is eager to see you get out there in the market, I understand why you might be wanting to do that, and never are we going to pressure you into changing your mind just so that we can get some sales. We're here to help you whenever the time is right. So, and by the way, most people are moving and buying for something that's happening outside of the market anyway. So usually people are buying and selling regardless of what prices are doing, what interest rates are doing, what's happening in the government, what's happening in the election. So the only thing that I just haven't seen yet is going to be a war on our soil. Who knows if or when that's ever going to happen. Will it matter who is elected? Well, maybe. It's really going to depend on the policies that get put into place and how that overall is going to impact real estate in the long run. I can tell you this, though, that the real estate market really doesn't change fast. Barring any kind of catastrophe that could happen in the market like we saw back in 2007, real estate moves much slower than that. So if you'll just think about what we've seen over the past 8 years, real estate prices in DFW were going up by about 10, 11, 12% year over year. That means that real estate prices were only changing about 1% a month. So you can see the stock market change in 30% in 30 days. You're probably not going to see the real estate market do anything like that. So if you're a seller and the market goes completely haywire, maybe you have to take a little bit of a discount, but it's not like you're going to have to put your home on the market at half price just to get the thing moved in the next 6 months. So bottom line is, if you're thinking about buying or selling a home, it probably isn't going to matter much what happens in the White House or what happens with some of the other elections that were going to take place. The policies probably aren't going to dramatically change. And as long as interest rates stay low, as long as inventory stays low, as long as we continue to fight the good fight versus COVID-19, and as long as the economy and jobless rates start to improve, even if it's slowly, the real estate market ought to stay strong through the election and even past the election. So if you're thinking about buying or selling a home, we'd love to talk with you about how the market today is impacting your plans. So give us a call at 469-998-3322 or visit us on our website at mydallashomefinder.com. We hope you're staying safe. We look forward to doing business with you soon. So thanks and happy selling.